So that is beef stroganoff made a very quick, very tasty, delicious meal with budget cut beef. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing beef stroganoff. Yep, beef stroganoff, very easy to come together, super quick, easy meal, about 15 minutes if you are using a good cut of meat like sirloin, strip loin or tenderloin, and you slice it thinly. I'm going to show you how to make it with a budget friendly cut. Time is a little bit longer because we have to marinate to tenderize. Now we're not tenderizing the Chinese way with baking soda or anything like that. We are going to tenderize this beef with soy sauce. And why we're using soy sauce? Because the stroganoff has that slightly undertone sour taste from sour cream, Worcester sauce, whatever. So it's easy to do. This cut of meat in here is top round, which is silverside, or it's known as London broil, anything like that. It's a lean cut of meat, okay, which if you cook for any length of time, it goes tough. So what you have to remember is that lean cuts of meat cooked for any length of time go tough. Tough cuts of meat cooked for any length of time go tender. Okay, it's as easy as that. It's the other way around. So this is top round. Okay, I've sliced it. All right, not to worry, we've sliced it up already. Now what we're going to do is marinate this with some soy sauce. Now don't worry about how much soy sauce, just get the soy sauce in. Okay, so I'm not going to say 1 tablespoon, it has to be marinated. Okay, so get that in there, and this beef's going to take this on. Oh, already gone, so we can probably do a bit more. Let's do a little bit more. Now the beef is going to tenderize somewhat, not completely, but I'll show you how we're going to cook it when we cook, and it is going to take on a little bit of that flavour, not much, and that's exactly what we want. Oh, it's gone again already, look. That's quite a lot of soy sauce gone in there, look, for a dry pan. The beef has soaked it in. There you go. That's our beef marinating. Now we're going to marinate that for about 30 minutes. Just like that. Okay, so that's soy sauce marinating for 30 minutes. Pasta today. Now you can serve stroganoff over rice, pasta, anything. Entirely up to you. I'm using tortellini. I've got some tortellini that's open. I'm going to use it. So we're going to cook it over. We're going to put the stroganoff over tortellini. Okay. Now tortellini, you cook it as per the packet instructions. Other ingredients. I've got some mushrooms, which I've sliced thickly. Okay, and I've got slightly more mushrooms than will be in the recipe because I want a lot more mushrooms in our dish for our people here today. So we've got 1/3 more than listed. Onion and garlic chopped up. I've got some beef broth. We don't want that now. We've got Worcester sauce, pepper, salt, Dijon mustard, sour cream, etc, etc. All become apparent. Full list of ingredients in the description. Now if you don't mind, if you're watching this recipe and you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. It's free. The word subscribe means click on to subscribe. It doesn't mean you pay anything. It's free. Helps the channel. Thank you. So we're cooking the pasta as per the packet instructions. In there a little bit of sea salt. Put any salt in, and we're going in there with our tagliatelle. Like I say, cook to the packet instructions. nice and steady. We've had about 30 minutes on there. We're going in here with some butter. Now I'm cooking with butter today. You can cook with oil, olive oil, anything you so wish. But you know, we're making a nice sauce. Now it is a very quick stir fry on this beef and out, and we don't chuck it all in at one go. I'm just going to splash some oil in there as well whilst we are cooking the beef. And we're not going to overcrowd the pan. It's going to be a straightforward quick sizzle on this beef and out. And we are salt and peppering it in the pan. Quick turn over. Now I am really not bothered about colour on this, not at all. You know, it's still going to look like beef in our dish. You could really go to town, have less oil and butter in there and fry it for colour, but we're using a lean cut of meat, which really we don't want it to go tough. So that's it for me. That is out. There you go, beef done. This lovely goodness in here, we're going to add just a little bit more butter. Now, you certainly don't have to, there's enough in there, but... And then we're going to chuck in the onions and garlic. So in they go. Now let's start cooking those in the goodness. It's all flavour. It's fantastic flavour. I'm not salting it, but I'm going to put pepper in. A little bit of pepper in there. And if you look at this, you've got some fantastic meat juices coming out of here. Back in that pan. Look at that. Awesome. Let's have all that in there. You know, it's all goodness. Common sense cooking. Get value for your money. In there, mushrooms. Now, like I say, I've got a couple more than will be listed in the ingredients. So it just shows you can put in whatever you want. Start cooking those mushrooms down. If they get a bit of colour on there, fantastic. As you can see already, look, already absorbed. However, it's going to release the moisture, and then we're going to cook out the moisture. So as you can see, my beef was quite long like that, you know, quite big slices. I'm just chopping it across with some scissors. Whew, that's hot. And that'll be decent sized bite sizes to go back in our dish. We want to be chucking in there about 2 tablespoons of flour. cook all that in there for a couple of minutes. So what we're doing now is just cooking off the rawness of the flour in there. As you can see, it's absorbed the fluid, but that doesn't make any difference. We're going to chuck fluid in a minute. I'm just going to go in there with a splash of Worcester sauce. About a tablespoon thereabouts. Get that in there. Going to go in there with our beef broth. Now this beef broth is made out of powder and boiling water, supermarket stuff. Let's not complicate it. Now if you want to have more sauce, because this is going to thicken with that flour that's in there, put some boiling water in, thin it. However, we are going to add sour cream, so it's going to give us a lovely thick sauce right from the out. I'm going to go in there with a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, stir that in. That's going to give us an underlying flavour in there. Isn't that fabulous? Now what you could do, you could take your pasta and you can put your pasta in there. Not a worry. Right, I want to chuck in some sour cream. A little bit more, I reckon. That's not a cupful, I don't think. Let's have a look at that one. Stroganoff made. Beautiful. Now you don't have to use sour cream, you can use yogurt. That's an alternative. Okay, I think we've got all that sour cream stirred in there. Return your beef and any juices. In we go. That is beef stroganoff made. Now because we're using a lean cut of meat here, this will only be warmed through. You could go a little bit more if you're using sirloin, strip loin or tenderloin. We cannot. Okay, so we're going to just warm it through and that is it. I mean basically what we're going to do is just turn off the flame and serve it up. That is cooked. That is beef stroganoff made. It's a 15-minute cook, but it's a marinade because we used a lean cut of meat, a cheap cut, budget cut. And we want a little bit of parsley. And that is beef stroganoff served. Look at that. So that is beef stroganoff made, a very quick, very tasty, delicious meal with budget cooked beef. Come on. There we have it, our lovely, lovely tender beef. Delicious. Mushroom stroganoff sauce. It is off the charts. It is superb flavour. Come on. So there you are. That is budget friendly beef. Easy meal to put together. You just got to be careful, you know, that you don't overcook the beef. It's absolutely delicious. So there you are, beef stroganoff made. Budget friendly beef. I use top round, it's known as London broil or silverside or anything like that. Best cooked with sirloin, tenderloin or strip loin sliced, but it just shows you can actually make a fantastic stroganoff with a cheap cut. Now, if you like what we're doing, don't forget share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make beef stroganoff. Save yourself some money. Buy the cheap cut. Don't cook it as long. Perfect dinner. If you like what we're doing, don't forget big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Ding. I'll catch you in the next video.